Well, coalition backbenchers are bracing for a showdown on net zero. Liberal and Nationals MPs have been asked to stay in Canberra after next week's sitting for a 3-hour closed-door debate on energy policy. Tell you what, nothing screams decisive leadership like a 3-hour closed-door debate.
Yeah, and don't get your hopes up that this meeting will produce a policy. It's about giving MPs a chance to state their opinion, after which we'll all be none the wiser about what Susan Lee really believes, James.
Yeah, 3 hours to air their views, after which there will be no definitive decision. And for this to be happening 5 months after they lost the election is just extraordinary. We're talking to Michael McCormick in a moment, but he has said there's no doubt the coalition are hemorrhaging votes and that it looks, quote unquote, very, very untidy. Well, I think that's an incredible understatement. It's just embarrassing that on the most pressing issue this nation is facing, we still don't know what the leader of the coalition actually believes.
No, and I have to say...
I don't think she knows what she believes. She's waiting for the report.
Well, here's the problem. I just think this slow and steady approach by Susan Lee is quite frankly boring at a time when Labor is wrecking our energy grid. And, you know, Susan Lee even on Friday came out saying the government's energy policy is a train wreck. Well, the reality is that we know it's a train wreck. You at home know it's a train wreck because you see it in your energy bills when they come out every quarter. They are going up and up. The question for Susan Lee is, what are you going to do about it? And we desperately need, James, an alternative government with an alternative approach, a strong opposition to hold Labor to account. Because right now, Labor can do whatever the heck it wants to do simply because it can. And remember, a couple of days ago, there was record heat in New South Wales, right? Surprise, surprise, the electricity grid didn't cope. There were thousands that were left without power. And we're only in October. It's not even summer yet. So it's not coping as it is. So come up with a policy. Be brave.
The thing that concerns me is I've not heard a single coalition MP who believes in pursuing a net zero target, who says that we must pursue this because the world is in existential danger and if we don't do this, the planet will be destroyed. It's all about, will we be electorally viable if we don't have a net zero target?
Well, the reality...
So it's quite self-serving rather than looking for what's the best thing for the nation. And if we lose government over it, at least we stood for what was right.
Yeah.
Rather, they talk about being electorally viable. What's the point of being electorally viable if you win the election with a dud policy that's no good for the country?
Well, but don't forget as well, the reality is that the opposition took this policy of net zero 2050 to the last 2 elections.
And how'd that work out?
And they've lost both of those. So